Has the altcoin run started? Well, I've got a report to share with you that says Bitcoin and Ethereum is seeing outflows while XRP is bucking the trend and seeing inflows. We've also got FTX getting ready to sell some Solana. Now, there's a catch, though, because guess what? You're going to be able to buy Solana at a way cheaper price than market. Are you eligible to buy? XRP price action at the end. Hola, mi amigos, it's Dora. No, it's not. It's Crypto with Klaus, and happy Monday, everyone. Viewer comes first, so Trick is going to start us off and said, I called 3.2. Dude, Trick has been on. We've been talking about inflation globally here, and we're all starting to worry that rates may get raised. Seriously, inflation is just getting out of control. Bitcoin's sitting at 66,290, ETH 3,200. Looks pretty healthy. Look at BNB. Back up at that 600 mark. You can't tell me that there's some strength in the alts in the market. Sol 154. We're going to talk about FTX dumping some more Sol in the market, but remember before how FTX was able to sell Sol for $60, but you had to hold it for a while and it was worth $180 at the time? Well, guess what? More of that is coming. Lockup period. XRP sitting at 53.5. Avalanche looking healthy there at 5% last 24 hours. And Near Protocol, check it out, almost at $7 right now, up 11.5% last 24. The FTX estate chooses an auction. Oh, this is very interesting now. FTX chooses an auction for Solana tokens amid strong buyer interest. The choice to convert to an auction system was made when there had been few minor increases in Sol price. Sol is currently trading at 153. Following an underwhelming performance following the halving, multiple analysts on X speculated a possible near-term continuation of bearish trends for Solana. And that's what a lot of people were talking about, going, well, hey, wait a minute. If after the halving we don't get some juicy action, we might see some sell-off action, while the FTX estate is like, yeah, okay, let's start auctioning this stuff off before any big price correction happens. The locked tokens have remained in the spotlight, making up the majority of FTX's digital asset holdings at the time of collapse. In sharp contrast to the increased prices today, the estate received $2.6 billion from prior sale of Solana's hoard for a nominal price at $60. Now, that's what I was talking about a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago, they were able to sell Solana, $2.6 billion worth, for about 66% off. And it went to institutions. You weren't able to buy it. It went to institutions. Now they're going to do it again, but there's some issues, okay? A special purpose vehicle intended for both accredited U.S. investors and non-U.S. investors is what they intend to create. FTX creditor activist Sunil Kavari has applauded this action, indicating that important figures in the Bitcoin community have an optimistic view. So essentially, again, bigs are going to be able to buy Solana at a massive discount. They just have to hold it for a while, but they're getting the auction goodies while you and I can't do that. Notwithstanding the inherent risk connected with locked and liquid assets, the FTX estate is making a strategic effort with the upcoming auction to manage and monetize its assets. So basically what they're doing is they're going to be selling the stuff at an auction. They still got to make their creditors whole, but they're selling it to accredited U.S. investors and non-U.S. investors. That means regular people like you and I can't do anything unless we're accredited. Now, there is going to be a lockup period, so you know there's going to be some risk involved, right? So that's just throwing it out there. So now what will happen to Solana price? Honestly, I don't think anything's going to happen to it because this is all going to be done with a holding period. They're not going to be allowed to dump it right away. XRP bucks the trend with inflows as BTC and Ethereum continue outflows. I've got a juicy report for you. In fact, some people are like, bro, how come you don't bring good news? Well, guess what? Here's a dose of good news. Not everything in the news is good. It's not like news is good 24/7. You think the people of Israel wake up every day and they're like, this has to be a good news day. It's always a good news day. No, there's sometimes some bad news days, but this is good. In a market environment marked by cautious sentiment and shifting investor behavior, digital asset investment products recorded outflows for the second straight week. This has to do with Middle East conflict. Those outflows totaled $206 million, but XRP had inflows. This is all coming from a CoinShares report, and as always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. Here is that report. You're welcome to check it out. It takes like maybe 5 minutes tops to go after it. Here are the charts, though, I want to show you, okay? So this is weekly asset in or outflow. Up is inflow, down is outflow, okay? So you can see we had some really juicy inflows here. Then all of a sudden, right, we had some negativity brewing. And the negativity had to do with Middle East conflict, right? And what happened was all of a sudden you have, the whole Israel thing and, stuff going back and forth, and then the markets get shaky, and then fuel prices get shaky, and then gold gets shaky, and then assets get shaky. It's just tension in the Middle East, right? People are like, where do we put our money that's safe? So the last 2 weeks we've had outflows. Now check out this chart. This shows for the week. Week flows. Bitcoin had a massive 192 million in outflow. ETH 34.2. But check it out. There's XRP 1.3 million to the positive side. So think about that, right? Your big ones, Bitcoin and Ethereum, had some massive, massive outflows. Yet check out the alts. Binance, Litecoin, Cardano, Polkadot, XRP all had inflows. Now, what about the countries that are causing these outflows? The United States had the largest outflow at 244 million, while Canada saw the biggest inflow. So now we've got people out there saying, well, wait a minute. Bitcoin had its run. The alts have kind of had their run. Does this mean we're going to have a further run with the alts? Or is this the market just being cautious and speculative? Well, when it comes to XRP price action, we've held above 50 cents now here for a couple days, which is good news. Now, signaling alt run, well, other things have moved more than XRP, but as of right now, XRP is above 50 cents, positioned well to be a value prospect during this movement. And by value prospect, I'm saying a lot of people out there are saying that the value should be much higher, so they're looking at this as a discount to buy XRP at, with the hopes to be able to flipping it into more later. But with Middle East contention looming overhead, and with a little bit of FTX Solana dump, and don't forget Mt. Gox is coming, will the market soften up, or will XRP be able to capitalize on this action? And today is the 22nd, and I would also like to highlight that another big event regarding XRP is happening today. That's right. XRP Ripple is filing its response to the SEC's $2 billion penalty. So now we get to see, what do the Ripple folks think about this, and how far apart are we? Before I went online to do this here, I was reading some Bill Morgan stuff. Yeah, a lawyer in the know. And Bill Morgan's like, look, the SEC isn't going to settle. Ripple's not going to settle. Why would they settle, pay $2 billion for something that they think what they're doing is right? So both sides have some valid points here. That's why there's not going to be a settlement. So today, we're going to be eagerly waiting to see what Ripple's response is. Hopefully, it's a big go yourself to the SEC. That would be nice. If they just had one single piece of paper, right? They're like, well, here you go, Judge Torres. Here is our response to the SEC. And the response is them, drawing, a middle finger. Literally, drawing, a silhouette of it, and they, hand it to them. That'd be pretty cool. I doubt it'll happen, though. But let's keep our eyes peeled as the alts are seeing inflows, while Bitcoin and Ethereum saw massive outflows. All of this during times of Middle East tension. So stay tuned, because as news breaks, I'm going to share it with you, whether it's good or bad, happy or sad. I'll catch you cool cats later.